Valentine's Day is coming up, and I figured what better way to celebrate than discussing some good old-fashioned Pope shenanigans.
Pope shenanigans?
Oh yeah, you know, things popes do. Blessing tourists, issuing decrees about faith and morals, being a role model for the Earthlings, maybe the occasional wild sex party.
What was that last one?
Blessing tourists? If you think sex party and Pope should never be used together in the same sentence, oh gosh f***ing golly, am I about to blow your goddamn mind. The Catholic Church is pretty well known for its teachings of love. Love your neighbor as yourself, love the sinner, not the sin, and of course the classic, Jesus loves you! Hell, they even have a saint and a feast day that's all about love, and even that slowly crept into the secular mainstream. But on this channel, you expect the unexpected. So no, we're not talking about Saint Valentine for the Valentine's Day episode, because that makes too much sense. Instead, we'll be talking about a pope who took the concept of love a little too far. I'm Vibby, and on this episode of A Space Alien Explains, the Banquet of Chestnuts. Oh yes, I'm ruining chestnuts this time. You're welcome. On October 30th, 1501, preparations were underway for an extravagant party that would be held at the Papal Palace that night. The guest list included members of the nobility and high-ranking officials of the Catholic Church. By the looks of it, it was just going to be a polite but fancy dinner party hosted by Pope Alexander VI and his son Cardinal Cesare. Alexander's daughter Lucrezia was also one of the people in attendance. Oh, and 50 hookers. I mean, 50 of Rome's finest ladies. Who am I kidding? They were f***ing hookers. The last of the dishes were cleared, and a ton of chestnuts were thrown across the floor. The 50 honest prostitutes got a little more comfortable by taking off those pesky clothes, and then began crawling around and picking up the chestnuts. Some of them did it with their lady parts. Since when could Earthling females grab things with their genitalia? How? Like, are there teeth in there? Ask. We might need to rewrite that file. Needless to say, the Pope was enjoying the naked lady chestnut show that he was watching with his 2 children, but he still needed to spice things up a little. He made an announcement. Whoever did the act of cracking open the most nuts with the courtesans would get some sweet prizes. Wait, that doesn't sound nasty at all. That's logically the next step. They do have a bunch of chestnuts.
Maybe that says busting a nut.
What's the difference? Anyway, a bunch of priests busted nuts, and they got fancy silks for it. Yay! Some of you are probably listening to this and thinking, this is totally unbelievable. There's no way this actually happened. And yeah, there are a lot of religious historians who deny this was a real event, despite the fact written accounts exist. But those historians could just be more interested in preserving the image of the church rather than just telling it how it is. Here's what I didn't mention. Alexander VI and his children Cesare and Lucrezia were all members of the infamous Borgia family. You like the way I rolled that R? The Borgias took the definition of dysfunctional family and upped it to 11 so hard they broke the knob off the control panel and it promptly burst into flames. There had been scandals involving Cesare and Lucrezia sleeping with each other, Alexander and Lucrezia sleeping with each other, Alexander fathering 5 children out of wedlock, Cesare murdering his older brother, Cesare starting military conflicts because he wanted to show people how big the papacy's was. I mean, Alexander had several mistresses. He must have been hung like a fucking suspension bridge. So if anyone would ever throw a party as wild and depraved as the Banquet of Chestnuts, it would be the Borgias. Before I go, I'll leave you with this. Pope Alexander VI is on the list of sexually active popes. 'Cause popes need to get their freak on too sometimes, you know? Good luck getting that image out of your head. Happy Valentine's Day! That's what bust a nut means? God, why do humans have so many terms for an orgasm? Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. This week's featured fan art is by Team Unity Games on Instagram. Link to the artist page is in the description. And here's some comments from the last video. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by dropping a like, sharing with your friends, or subscribing if you have not already. I also take art commissions for illustrations and animations if you're interested in that sort of thing, and I do have a Ko-Fi as well. If you donate any amount on there, I'll make a little sketch for you as a thank you. Links to all that, as well as links to my social media, are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the 1000 subscriber video next week.